Isaac, welcome back to New Orleans, man. Obviously, last time you were here back in 2023, you got the opportunity to take advantage of some chances, put together some impressive performances. Obviously, the defensive scheme is a little bit different now. I'm just wondering, in your return to New Orleans, the feeling that you have the same opportunities here. It's
Think it went out. Can't. I didn't hear the last question.
nowhere. Sorry, I think I got hit with a big gust of wind. That was my fault, not yours. I'm just curious about like the change in defensive systems since the last time you were here. If you feel that it provides you the same opportunities that you were able to take advantage of back in 2023.
It was a little different, but like I always say, I played in a lot of different defenses throughout my career, so it's always good to learn different systems and different techniques because I feel like it helps my game to be, you know what I mean, multi-dimensional and not just one way.
And how familiar are you with what it is that Brandon Staley does in the experience that you've had in other systems?
I'm very familiar with it. This will be the third time I've been with Coach Staley, so I'm really excited to work with him again. I love the way he coaches, the way he's detailed, and the way he helps, defensive backs. He helped us last year, the corners and the nickels in our room in San Fran, and that was big for us, I think. And now that he's a D coordinator again, I think that he'll get a chance to cook some stuff up.
Anything in particular stand out to you about his approach with corners, safeties, kind of that DB room?
He's a big fan when you take the ball away, so I know that that's something that we gonna emphasize and try to do, get as many takeaways as we can. When the ball's thrown to us, catch it. Go gives us a chance to make plays on the ball in his defense a lot. That's what I've realized. He sets you up for success, so we just got to take advantage of that.
I mean, was your position group the one he primarily worked with then last year?
Yes, sir. He worked with the corners and nickels.
And what have they kind of taught you about your role being here in this defense, or at least the vision that you guys discussed when you decided this was the right place for you?
Just coming here and competing the same way I've been doing on every single team I've been on, wherever I fit. I primarily play corner, so I'm assuming that's where I'll be. But just bringing value to the corner room, um, helping guys, young guys in the room from what I learned throughout the different systems, what I learned through his system and being familiar with it. Maybe I could make everybody else's job a little easier. And of course, helping on special teams, something I do really well at.
Hey Isaac, what did you kind of learn about yourself last year? Like making the transition, leaving New Orleans, going to San Francisco, and now back.
Um, like about football or personally?
I'd say both, man.
Yeah, about football. What I learned is I feel like the defense was pretty easy for me to learn out there. So I felt like in every single defense that I play in, I could pick it up really fast. At first, I thought it was going to be kind of complicated, but it's something I got used to very fast, and I learned very fast. So I was excited about that, and I learned with myself that when it comes to different defenses, I'm a pretty fast. I can pick it up fast, and I'm a good learner in football. And then personally, yeah, I wasn't too big on the time change. The 3 hours back kind of threw me off. So it was like my first time really living in the West on the West Coast. So it kind of threw me off. That's the only really thing that wasn't too great about Cali. But other than that, the weather was good, good breeze all the time, wasn't too hot.
What excites you about being back here?
Everything. I was talking to Aaron earlier, just getting able to wear that all black again, run out into that Superdome. It's a different feeling when you're playing in that dome, especially as the home team. So I can't wait to get back with my guys, T and Alante, all the guys in the secondary, and just have that swag that the Saints secondary has.
And forgive me for not knowing, just wanted to clarify, where was the third spot you were with Staley with? I know Denver and San Francisco.
Yeah, and now the Saints.
Oh, right, of course. Yeah, duh.
Isaac, can we get your thoughts, special teams coordinator Phil Galliano right now? What it was like for you, having him last time you were with him. Now he's the main special teams coordinator.
Yeah, I was super excited when I saw he got that job. He deserves it. Phil specializes in coaching the Gunners, so I worked a lot with Phil one-on-one, and he was actually the first person to text me. Um, you know what I mean, when I signed and during the free agency process. So I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait to get to work with him again.
No, we've always heard a lot about when it comes to the special teams coaches here in New Orleans, Rizzy, and obviously got the opportunity to get to know him a little bit more when he took over as interim head coach. But what's something that stands out to you about Galliano and maybe the way that he approaches the game, the way that he coaches, something like that?
I think he's really detailed. But more than that, one thing I like about him is he just lets you do what you do best. He's not going to try to make everybody like a robot. If you do something specific, if JT does something specific that works for JT, he gonna let JT do that. If I do something specific that works for me, he gonna let me do that. So he teaches you how to go win, but I just feel like he adapts to everybody else's style of play, and I think that's a big thing with coaches.
What stands out about Brandon's defense? I know you touched on it earlier a little bit, but just playing in it or playing under him, what kind of stands out about that?
I feel like it's not one dimensional. I feel like it's a lot of different stuff. So we disguise really well. I just feel like we play a little bit of everything. So that's always a good mix to have. You're just not one dimensional. You know what I mean? It's not like offenses can sit there and pick you apart. So I'm really excited about that, the diversity that the defense brings.
And you think of the corners here in the last defense, that kind of press, physical man sort of stuff. Like, do elements exist still of that in this defense, or are the corners asked to play differently? Like, how would you kind of evaluate that aspect of it?
Like I said, he changes it up a lot, so I'm not sure exactly what we are going to do this year, but I'm sure that he will kind of adapt to that and will be heavily involved doing that because I know that he's familiar with these guys here and he knows that's probably what they do best.
He's made mention of something similar before, even on a game-to-game basis, kind of changing and adjusting based upon what it is that an opposing offense, my apologies, might do. What is that like for you as a corner? Is that something that you welcome, like that amount of, hey, we're going to do this week and then do that next week, or like how does that work for you as somebody that's got to go out and execute that?
Yeah, I feel like well, myself, I think a lot of players like that because you just don't want to be one dimensional where an offense knows where they're getting every single time a different offense plays you. So that excites me. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think I pick up on defenses pretty fast. So I'm able to adapt and learn pretty fast. So I'm excited about that, changing up the game plan a little bit week to week. Or if we keep it the same, then we're just going to do what we do really well.
I know last time you were here, Marshawn and Paulson were here. Now you kind of walk back into this room as maybe the kind of the veteran presence. Is that something that you welcome? Is that something that you're looking forward to with otherwise a pretty much younger room kind of around you than the last time that you were here?
For sure. I'm excited about that. I know those guys were really good at what they did. So I think everybody in this DB room with the Saints just kind of leads by example. Everybody does their own, everybody plays a specific way. So I'm not much of a talker, but I'm trying to compete, get each other better, make each other better. Like I said, it's a really competitive room. Everybody's always trying to, you know what I mean? If one person gets an interception, somebody got to get two. So I'm just trying to help set the standard and just keep building from there.